Wow, Jamin is already on. Good morning, Jamin. Okay, so this morning I'm going to show you what's inside your portafilter, okay? So I know we covered this a while ago, but today we are going to go in depth. So if you remove your portafilter, you're gonna see this black piece inside. People ask me, what is that? Okay, so that is prevent your espresso to get cold when you're going to hit. So whenever you pull the shot, you hit this is called stainless steel, and it's going to reduce your temperature of your espresso. So the plastic kind of like I don't want to say reduce the temperature, not the lowering the temperature as quick as just hitting the cold portafilter, okay, and also makes your flow better as well. So this is when really good when your machine is really cold. Okay, so like right now, I haven't even turned this machine on. So I'm going to show you two shots with this plastic and then without the plastic. By the way, if you're just joining me for live for the first time, welcome to the community. And so my first part of my live, we do kind of like topical. We talk about subject matter comes to coffees. And the second part, if you have any questions, you can ask me on live as well. So let's get going here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the turn on the machine. Okay. So I'm going to pull the shot, actually without the plastic first. And then I'm going to also measure the temperature of my espresso as well. So you are going to see the two different shots. It's going to be fun. Okay. So by the way, this is what happens when coffee is kind of like take over your life and becoming your hobby. It's a lot of fun, lots of fun, by the way. Let's see. So who's on this morning?
Dylan, Mr. Thomas.
Oh, we got Dylan. We got Mr. Thomas is on. Okay. So I already measured out 17.5 gram each on my tin can here. So this is like I got from Amazon. Really handy, so I don't have to measure out every time. Okay, so I'm not gonna use my freshly roasted bean. I'm gonna do that tomorrow morning. So this is from Peru. My friend of mine roasted for me in Mesa. So I'm gonna be using the Fire Creek coffee from Flagstaff. It's called Boxcar. Quite nice, okay, quite nice. All right, so I already measure out. So again, machine is already ready to go. If you just bought this recently, make sure it does take time to learn how to adjust your grinder size, but it's not that difficult, okay? Just follow the step. So here's what I do. So my inner burst set, excuse me, they have two bursts set, kind of. So you got outer, which means outer dial here. And also we have inside has the burst set inside. That's all adjustable. If you just got this recently, last couple years, you have this adjustable burst set inside. Just take it out. Mine set at number 5. Most of you set at number 6. So mine at number 5. Doesn't really matter which one. And then whenever I start the coffee, brand new coffee, I'm going to start with between 7 and 8. So right now I'm happen to set at number 7 for now. So I'm going to pull the shot without the plastic, okay? The way to move the plastic, just remove the screw on the bottom. Sometimes it's really stuck in there, so use towel or something, just twist it off, like so. And then, I like to use a chopstick. If you have a chopstick, something soft, okay? Because you don't want to break out the plastic piece anyway. Just be gently, kind of like give you a gentle push to take it out. Okay. So now you took this plastic out. And then also make sure to take it out. If you prefer leave it on, make sure to take it out maybe once every other week or so. Make sure to clean inside as well, because all the coffee seep through. So you want to clean inside. So okay, I'm going to take this one out. Put my portafilter back on. You know what? I'm going to pull the shot without the spout, okay? It's gonna be easier. All right. So now is everything is so cold, okay? And then let's see. I'm gonna use my shot glass here as well. I'm gonna have my 2 shot glass, one for. So let's start with this one, okay? So now is that everything is cold. Everything is cold. Even though your machine is ready, okay, which means you have the right brewing temperature, is ready to go, but I'm gonna show you. Okay, hold on.
Can you put the portafilter in the dishwasher?
Okay, someone asked me, can I put the portafilter in the dishwasher? I wouldn't recommend it, okay? Just do a hand wash. Okay, so I got my beans. Uh-oh. You don't want to lose these beans because each beans weigh about 0.1 gram. So there we go. Okay, by the way, this dial here is based on time, okay? It's kind of like time dosing. So it doesn't stop automatically. So that's the another reason I like to do the single dosing at a time. Okay, so once it's done, I learned this trick from a lot of my viewers. Just go like this, just tap it, okay? You're gonna get all the beans out from the, kind of like between space. Okay, so now, smells really good though. Smells fantastic. Okay, I'm just gonna distribute and temp. Okay, I'm just gonna, distribute. I'm gonna temp here. Okay, I'm just gonna do the standard shot, okay? I'm not gonna time it, or I'm not gonna wait my, everything's all stock right now, so I'm just gonna do the standard shot of coffee. Okay. And see what happens here. Okay, so this is without the portafilter. I'm sorry, without the plastic. And then I'm going to see how hot it's gonna get. Okay. Everything's cold right now. Okay, shot looks good. The pressure is good as well. Not bad for. Yeah, look at that. Look at the shot. It's beautiful. I'm at 142 degrees. Okay. I'm surprised. I mean, it looks really good. It's 142 degrees. I mean, if you're looking at this shot, you know what? The shot looks wonderful, isn't it? But I bet you, if you go drink it, it's gonna be sour. Okay. Okay. And it's fun. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. And it's 142 degrees, not that hot either, so cheers. Yeah, it's sour. Looks great though, wasn't it? I think this is really good for like your Instagram page, perhaps. Beautiful crema coming out. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put back in. Okay, so again, everything's gonna fall apart there. So what I'm gonna do is, if your puck is stuck on the top, try this trick. Press the button, any button, okay? There we go, and stop. And the puck's gonna come out nicely. Okay. So I'm gonna clean this thing up here. Clean my puck up. And then I'm gonna put back in that plastic piece. So this shot was 142 degrees and really sour taste. And then let's try it with the plastic back on here. Okay, here we go. Put the plastic back on. Okay, lock it in. And then I'm gonna do all the same here. So this second shot, everything is the same, okay? Same grinder setting. Only thing difference is the plastic piece. I'm just gonna tap it so get all the beans out. All right, so let's do one more time. So if everything goes right, it's gonna be hotter than last time, okay? So this shot was 142 degree. Let's find out about this one.
How many times do you tamp?
How many times? Someone asked me how many times. I just temp maybe once, maybe. I just make sure I want to be even as possible, even temp as possible. Or the coffee is somewhat cold as well. So pretty much the same setup as last time. Okay. Let's find out that plastic makes big difference or not. Okay, here we go. Pressure looks good as well still. Beautiful stream. Here it goes, 150, 158, 160. Okay, so we're up to around 162. Okay. Again, this shot looks really nice as well. Okay, this looks really beautiful. I mean, just like this one too. I mean, that one is really good too, but okay, let's find out what that tastes like. Okay. Here we go. Cheers. Smells really good. Okay, it's 162 degree. Okay, much better. Okay, much better than 1B. But that one was a little sour. This one was still sour, but not as bad. Not bad. Okay, so pretty much that plastic piece, if you're in a hurry, okay, if your machine is nice and cold, everything is cold, you just want to have coffee in and out, that plastic is make a big difference. So the flow is better as well. But I guess more for the controlling the temperature. And only the two that, I mean, again, the plastic alone, you about 20 degree difference there. Around 142 degree, 164. So again, if you are thinking about removing the plastic, unless you are willing to warm up your machine properly, 20-30 minutes and do so, okay? I mean, I prefer take the plastic out because it's easier to clean for me, because, I usually warmed up about 30 minutes anyway. So by that time, all the group is nice and hot, and also portafilter as well. So, but if you're in a hurry, if you don't have a lot of time in the morning, definitely leave the plastic on, okay? You're gonna get a better tasting shot. And I know how many of you drink espresso in the morning. Not that many people, okay? I mean, I prefer drink Americano anyway. So only thing I do is got myself, get the hot water from the hot water faucet. I mean, once you put hold on, let me show you. Got my hot water. Put the espresso on the top. So now we have a beautiful long black. So now, try this. Cheers. This is one good coffee, okay? So, I mean, if you're in a good espresso, you have to warm up your machine properly. But if you want just black coffee, Americano, long black, even latte, just leave it on the plastic. Just you're going to make really good coffee in the morning. Okay, any questions? Okay, any questions? Okay, so again, everything's all nice. So just make sure warm up your machine properly. You're gonna be much happier.
So somebody says, I meant tapping the cover to get the coffee brands out. How many times?
Oh, someone asked me about tapping the, okay.
Cover.
I like to tap about 3 or 4 times. Okay, so I did 3 times, right? So I'm gonna a few more times. So yeah, guess what? Still has some in there, okay? But it's not that much. So tap about 3 times. 3 or 4 times. And then you should be fine. Okay.
So somebody asked, Will asked,
Okay, Will. Okay.
puck is stuck. Why is that? Not enough dose? Too fine of the grind?
Someone asked me, my puck is stuck. Could be a number of reasons. Could be your bean is older, okay? If you don't have fresh beans, or sometimes you want to use like darker roast, puck stuck as well. So all depends. And also if you're dosing too much, that's why I like to put about just under 18 gram. Okay, I think that's kind of like a good number there. But if you're using the darker roast, 18 gram is a lot. So because if you're lighter roast, 18 gram is not that bad. Okay, because it's the density. Because the lighter roast, which means you have more moisture inside. But with darker roast, everything's all kind of like puffed up. So 18 gram darker roast, too much. So it all depends. That's why the Bravo, the toolbox has, hold on, let me show you. It's called razor tool. So you can, so this tool right here, okay, this tool here, so that's the how much between space between your group head and the shower screen. Okay, so that's why they want you to kind of like skim it. So that's why I know a lot of people like, not this one, it's called Livy. So that is pretty much same depth as this. So I can just temp it down, kind of like palm press. I use that as well, but I prefer temper. So all depends on what you like. But again, so that is a distance between group head and shower. So that's what you want.
Did you look into the Crema handle for steam and hot water?
Someone asked me, have I ever looked into Crema handle? Yeah, I did take a look at it. They're really nice though, okay? They're really fantastic tools. But it's gonna make your coffee better? Maybe not, but it looks really nice though.
You ready for this question?
Go ahead.
It's from Dane,
Okay, Dane asked me.
and he is looking to buy a new espresso machine.
So Dane is looking to buy a new espresso machine. Shout out to Dane.
And he has 3 choices. He wonders what you think.
Okay, so he has 3 choices.
3 things he's thinking about. Rocket,
Yeah.
Giotto,
So Rocky Giotto, okay, for
Lillet Bianca,
Lille Bianca, what else?
Orchestrale Nata.
Wow, Orchestra Latte. I don't know what the last one is, Dane, but
Yeah, let me look it up.
okay, so all 3 machines are fantastic, okay? The Lille Bianca, I know a lot of couple YouTubers are using that right now, okay? That looks really nice. I know you just got the niche grinder, right?
Yes.
So then you just got the niche grinder, so yeah. All 3 are fantastic, okay? But just find out which one give you better support. A better kind of like the customer service. That's also important as well.
Oh, it's pretty. The Orchestrale
Yeah.
Nata. And he also wondered if you had a suggestion, or what do you...
All those 3 can go wrong with it. but again, find out which company give you better customer support. So make sure research that as well. And I think the Lillet, the Bianca has what? PID, and then what else? I think they give you different measurement too. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Orchestrale.
Yeah.
Look at that machine.
Yeah, so Yeah, I mean that's definitely you gotta really.
That's exciting.
That's really exciting for you. I mean that's really exciting time. So definitely look find out which one give you better score, and then I think the Bianco. I heard great things about it though. I heard great things.
Mike in San Diego is getting his Rocket Apartmento tomorrow.
So Mike's getting his Apartmento tomorrow. So, yep.
Yeah, let us know what.
Yeah, but definitely let us know what you think. So Rocket Apartmento is kind of like their entry level heat exchange machine. They're fantastic. Okay, the E61 group head. They're really nice. Really nice. I can't wait to see your photos of that.
And then somebody asks, maybe the portafilter with the second shot is hotter than it was with the first shot.
Okay. Someone asked me, is second shot is hotter than first shot? By default, your answer is correct, okay? But is that 20-degree difference? I don't think so. Okay, maybe 10-degree, but yeah. You're right, because whenever you pull the shot, you know, I mean, it's going to be increase your heat anyway for your portafilter too, so yeah. You're right about that as well. Okay, so my wife is going through the questions as well.
How did you remove the plastic? I missed that.
Okay, someone asked me, how do I remove the plastic? Definitely use like chopstick or some kind of wooden. And then, let me show you with that one more time if you're just joining us. Just remove the faucet. By the way, I'm getting a new tool by Wednesday. So this tool, this kind of like gauge, I'm going to attach to my portafilter and then tell you how many bars of pressure giving you my Bravo Barista Express, my Rancheria Servia. So, I mean, I can't wait to share that with you maybe Thursday morning because it seems like this one, my Barista Express is more than 9 bar of pressure. So we are going to find out for sure. And also Rancheria Servia seems high too. And then with Rancheria Servia, I can adjust it overpressure valve manually. And I need to figure out how to do it, but yeah. Okay, so I got chopstick. So bottom right there, make sure move the filter basket. Okay. So you see that black piece. Be gentle, okay? You don't want to break the plastic piece of it. Just slowly, but just firmly, just kind of side to side. It's gonna pop out. I know some of you like leave it on. I usually take it off, but it all depends on what you like. If you want to leave it off, leave it off. Make sure warm up your machine properly. If you don't want to mess with the warming up your machine, just leave it on the plastic as well. And then once in a while, just make sure to take it up anyway. Just clean inside. It gets really dirty. So, okay. What else?
Angela in Michigan says, I just ordered the Breville Smart Grinder Pro. Do you recommend this grinder?
Someone, Angela from Michigan asked me, is Smart Grinder, what do I think about? They're a really good entry level, let's say, grinder. Actually, Seattle Coffee Gear, they match that with their dual boiler with the Smart Grinder. So obviously they're good enough, okay? So Smart Grinder is exactly same as built-in grinder here. Same burst set, identical. But the Smart Grinder give you the more range of the grinder size, the grind size. So not only you can do espresso, with the Smart Grinder you can do pour over as well as like French press. So I mean, if you only care about espresso, you don't need a Smart Grinder, okay? This is just fine. But if you want to do more stuff, you know, kind of like hobby, as your coffee as your hobby, like Smart Grinder, price is right as well. What, $200 or so? Yeah, but definitely worth doing. Okay.
A viewer asked, if you're using a double wall basket, does grind setting or burst setting matter? If yes, then what's the best grind?
Okay, so someone asked me if I'm using the double wall basket, which means a pressurized basket, grinder size matters? Not really, because the double wall basket is made for pre-grind beans. So, I mean, if I were you, okay, just leave whatever in there, and then let's say just grinder size, maybe set at number 8 or so, just right in the middle, and do that. Yeah.
Some days on my espresso, I get cream with a little foam on top. Why do I have foam?
Some days cream on the foam on the top.
Cream and a little foam on the top.
Are you using the pressurized baskets or non-pressurized baskets? If you are using the pressurized baskets, you are going to see the foam on the top. It's not a crema, that's like fake crema.
Mike says he's interested in experimenting in a single shot basket, grind finer or coarser.
Okay, so Mike asked me about the single shot baskets. You know what, Mike? The single shot, you have to make the grinder size even finer to get the proper shot, okay? So that is a tricky. So I've been messing with single shot on my Rancheria Sylvia as well as my Barista Express. Yeah, you gotta make the grinder size smaller, and not the smaller, but finer. Let's see. Let's see, is that AM to PM on? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna shout out to, let's see, James. Yep. And you just got the decent espresso, so I'll be contacting you, okay? We should do live, okay? All right. What else?
Do you recommend raising the water temperature with medium roast?
Someone asked me, should I? Okay. You can raise the temperature by 2 degrees, okay? So +2 here, +4 there, -2, -4. But it's kind of like, do I want to raise the temperature for medium roast? It's up to you, okay? But once you set it, just stick with the temperature for a while, okay? And then just adjust it based on that. If you play with too many variables, it's going to be hard to dial in your shots. So whenever you do that, you just want to change one at a time. So if you want to change it, just make sure your dosing amounts, grinder size should be the constant, and then change the water temperature so you know what you're changing, and you're going to get the right shot out of it. But again, I usually set at +2 for most of my coffee, but whenever I'm using the darker roast, I go like -2. So it's all depend on your taste, your taste bud. So because you don't want a sour or bitter shot, so try to avoid that.
Our viewer in Pakistan bought the Sage Barista Express and it cost $1,200 US.
Oh, I'm gonna shout out to friends in Pakistan. Just bought a Barista Express for $1,200 US dollars though. Again, you're gonna love it though. Just make sure to take care of that machine, okay? I hope you can get a good parts. Yeah. I had it for 2 years now. I have no issues so far. So far, so good. But only thing I replaced the steam ring, the rubber piece inside the grip head there. That's the only thing I replaced. And then, but if you have to replace the pump, that costs you about $30 or so, $30 US dollars. So the parts are pretty inexpensive here, but I don't know about you guys though. Yeah.
Have you tried using bottomless portafilter? Can you care to give your opinion on this?
Bottomless portafilter. What do I think about bottomless portafilter? I mean, most of us. So this one from Crema Coffee Products. Shout out to Matt. Okay. They're really fun tools to use. Okay. So this one tell you your channeling. Okay. How well you distribute. Prepare your beans. But thing is, most of us, we just want a good coffee in the morning. And unless you have time to mess around your dialing in grinder size just right and distribute just right. I mean, just tool, okay? So if I do it daily use, I get about 50-50 chance on getting a really perfect shot. I know if some of you saw my video the other day, I mean, I got a really good shot out of bottomless portafilter. I got lucky, but yeah. It's up to you, okay? It's fun to use. It's really fun to use, beautiful. If you guys like take pictures on Instagram, get one of these, okay? Really good. But if I just want a coffee in the morning, just good coffee, I don't want to be bothered, yeah, just skip it. You don't need it. All right.
Do you do pour-overs?
Someone asked me, do I do pour-overs? Yes. I've been getting into the pour-over lately. I just got the St. Anthony Industry, the mid-right grinder, so they're amazing. So I've been doing that more often. I do that on, actually, I do that on outdoor. Okay, Sabina Canyon is kind of like national park here. I usually go walk with my son, and actually I set up a little camping, not the camping, but picnic spot. I usually do pour over pretty often. So yeah, yes. Answer is yes. It's really good.
My espresso shot is pouring too quickly, but the pressure is good. Any suggestions?
Okay, so someone told me that my espresso shot is too fast, but pressure is okay. All depends on what pressure though. If by standard anything here, let me show you. So this pressure gauge is, I think, it's not that accurate because I mean most people think that 12 o'clock is good pressure because that is an espresso zone right there. But with my machine, that's not good. Okay, my sweet spot is around 1 o'clock. Maybe one or between 1 and 2 o'clock range. That's my sweet spot. Get really good shots. So that shot give you about between 25 and 30 seconds. From here, no. So even though your pressure is good based on the gauge, if a shot is too fast, make sure adjust your grinder size to finer, so slow down the shot, or up your dosing amount to slow. Two ways to slow down your shot: grinder size, dosing amount, and actually water temperature too, in a way. So, but I mean, those two are critical. So, yeah, so slow down the shot.
Can you reach the same quality of espresso shot you would get with the Rancheria Sylvia?
Okay, so Rancheria versus Bravo Barista Express. Which one is better espresso? You know what? That's a good question. Right now, we are comparing apple to orange because this portafilter is 15 gram, 14 to 15 gram filter baskets. So Barista Express, I can put about 18 gram there, 18 to 20 grams. So I'm getting a new portafilter for Rancheria, for Sylvia next few days. So I'm gonna do proper comparison for you guys. So let's find out which shot tastes better. Obviously, Rancheria is a lot shallow but wider. Bravo is deeper and narrower, so smaller. Comes the radius wise. So yeah, so we are going to find out next few days. I'm going to do a proper side-by-side test. Okay. Okay, we guys.
Somebody says they would like to know your thoughts on the Bravo Barista Pro.
Someone asked me about the Bravo Barista Pro. I think they're a great machine. I think it's only about $100 difference now, isn't it? I think price is only about $100 difference there. So for that $100, I go with the Pro. Okay, and I definitely go with the Pro because Pro has more grinder setting to the side and also better steaming power. I mean, everything's are fast. They don't have gauge, but they have a nice display on it. So, I mean, if you guys like that, yeah, I think that's definitely worth $100 extra. Yes, I go with the Pro on that. But I don't know about the longevity though. Okay, sometimes whenever I see since I'm in the computer business, whenever I see LCD screen, I'm looking at it as a liability rather than benefits. So yeah, it's kind of like your comfort level. Okay.
What do you think of the Rancheria V3? I'm considering the V3 and the dual boiler.
Okay, so Rancheria. So this one is brand new. I just got recently. Okay. And then dual boiler. Someone asked me about the Rancheria V3 versus dual boiler. I go with the dual boiler. Okay. But if you're looking at the Rancheria, the Pro model versus the Pro versus dual boiler, I go with the Rancheria. But V3 versus dual boiler, Bravo, I go with the dual boiler. Hands down.
My grind size is at the finest setting, but I need it finer. Is there a way to do this?
Okay, so my grinder size, someone asked me, my grinder size is the finest, which means 1. Yes, now time to remove the hopper, go inside inner burr there and then adjust, okay? Whatever you're setting inside, you know what, go to 1, okay? And then adjust the setting. Yeah, you can do that.
David says Ranchillo with PID will produce better espresso than Breville out of the box, I believe.
Okay, so Dave mentioned about the Ranchillo with the PID. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay, you know what? The PID with, so you have to add PID on this one, okay? I'm planning on doing that sometime next year. But you are going to get definitely better shot quality out of it from the Bravo. But here's big but though. The PID costs you, with the PID version of Ranchillo Serbia, you're looking at $1,000, more than that, okay? And for this one, well, you can get one for what, $5.99. So I don't know how much shot quality you're looking for. So it's all dependent on what you're looking for. But if you love espresso, I definitely recommend Ranchillo over Bravo Barista Express. But if you're looking for overall performance, I go with the Bravo.
Mr. Thomas got a new machine in Singapore.
Okay.
It says BDB. Is that Breville dual boiler?
I think I'm going to shout out to Mr. Thomas. He just got a dual boiler, I believe. So yeah, that's awesome. That's fantastic. A dual boiler is, they're slipper, okay? It's about $1,500, but they give you everything, okay? Built-in PID, we got the dual boiler. I mean, they are really solid machine. So, and 58 millimeter portafilter as well, commercial quality. Yeah, they're really good machine.
How do you measure the correct amount of fresh beans prior to inserting in burr grinder?
How do I
measure the correct amount of fresh beans?
Okay, so that's why, if someone asks me, that's why I have a scale. So I always measure, I like to measure my beans, okay? That's why I do single dosing. So you can go, I know some people do 17 gram, 18 gram, 17.5. So stick with that coffee grind and do single dose. It's a lot easier for you. If not, you have to mess with this diet right here, the grind amount. So yeah, but yeah, just definitely try that.
Have you considered the Breville dual boiler?
Someone asked me, have I considered dual boiler? Yes, I have actually. Oh yes.
I've pre-ordered a Sylvia V6. Anything to pay attention to? Will you do more videos on Sylvia?
Someone asked me about V6. I think mine is version 6, I think, okay? So this machine is version 6. So I have the upgraded portafilter as well. But everything is all stock though. Actually, I'm planning on making more videos on Ranchillo Serbia coming year, but yeah. Make sure do not go empty on your water tank, okay? That is the key because you do not want to burn out your boiler. With Bravo Barista Express, you know how much water you have from the side panel there, but with the Ranchillo Serbia, you have no clue. So make sure check your water level every single morning. That's the one advice I can give you.
Why is my basket wet after brewing?
Someone asked me why my portafilter basket wet. I mean, that's normal, okay? All depends on what kind of beans you get. So yeah, don't worry about it. Just make sure your taste good though. Okay. We have a lot of questions this morning. This is good.
Breville grinder settings for Lavazza Super Crema.
Someone asked me about the grinder setting for Lavazza. Okay, so grinder setting is the tricky one because my grinder setting is not the same as yours, okay? But I mean, that's why I want to start with kind of like middle of the road. So set your grinder setting like I did at number 7 outside, okay? Just pick a number. If a shot is too fast, go finer. Shot is too slow, go coarser, okay? That's it, okay? Because there's no magic number for grinder size. Because I change my grinder size constantly every day. All right, what else? I think I'm gonna take a couple more questions and I have to go to work, so.
My machine is 2 months old, and I noticed the single wall double basket's bottom is caved. I don't think it's the original shape, isn't it?
Someone told me that you own for 2 months and your bottomless what?
The double wall basket's bottom is caved.
Double wall bottomless baskets cave. Hold on a second.
Double wall basket
Yeah.
bottom is caved. Is it considered defective?
Okay, so this is double wall baskets there. Unless somebody actually intentionally pushed down, but you don't want to be, yeah, I mean, that's something defective, okay? Yeah, so you definitely don't want to, maybe tell them, send you a new one, but yeah, it shouldn't be in cave, anything like that. It should be look something like this, okay? Unless somebody intentionally pressed down, but yeah. So yes, my answer is get a new one.
Would you recommend the dual boiler or the Ranchilio?
Someone asked me dual boiler versus Ranchilio what though, okay? Ranchilio has two versions. The Pro is a dual boiler. Ranchilio Silvia is single boiler. So it all depends on what you want. I mean, if choice between dual boiler and single boiler, I go with the dual boiler.
I've had the same machine, massive problem, low pressure with fresh coffee. I've taken the inner burr down to 5 with little difference. It's
Okay.
fine with the double wall basket.
Okay, so someone asked me having issues with
Low pressure.
pressure, okay? Again, the pressure means you're extracting too fast. Inner burr at number 5, go down to number 1. Okay, it's okay. It's not gonna hurt the machine. Go down to number 1, and then, you know what? No, maybe 2 or 3. Okay, and then set the outer burr setting around like 5 or 6, and then try that because 5 is kind of like middle. So you don't want to 5 if your grinder is too fast. I mean, the shot is too fast. Just go with the 5. No, go to maybe 2 or 3.
What product do you recommend for descaling?
Which product? Which recommend for just go to Amazon, okay? I mean, I just bought the descaler there. I mean, cheapest I can find, like $7 or $8, really cheap. They last you two cycle, okay? So 2 cleanup. Yep. So that's the way to go. For the cleaning cleaning cycle, I just got Sibatsa thing. Over 100 tablets inside, lasts forever. So yeah, because they're all the same. So just get the cheapest.
Which water do you recommend? Distilled versus bottled water versus tap?
Okay, someone asked me about that because I think check out my other video. Okay, I think I had a video on water quality.
Yeah, I told.
Yeah, so do not use tap water. Tap water has a lot of. We are talking about the pH balance. Surprisingly, tap water has. It's called DTS. DST or whatever, the measure of millions parts, whatever inside there. What I'm trying to say is the tap water is not that great because is hardness of the water. And the filter water, no, do not use distilled water because has no mineral inside. So you don't want that either. It's not good for your boiler or not good for your system. So if you're gonna use distilled water, so distilled water maybe some mixed with even tap water, okay? And then make sure, you know what? If you can, get, so I got this from Amazon, okay? So DTS meter, and then this is the pH meter, okay? They're really, really inexpensive. So I usually measure my water quality once in a while, so this is a handy tool, but I know some people out there use spring water, okay? The spring water, those bottle has the exact what's in that content. So I know people does that too, but it can be very pricey. I know like company like Third Wave Water as well. Shout out to Third Wave Water. They make this pouch, okay? This mix. So you mix that with the distilled water, give you a perfect mineral and pH balance. So you have a lot of options. So, but I definitely not use distilled water though. If you don't use tap water, that's okay. Just make sure descale it more often.
A viewer in Australia says recently recently the Breville Dual Broiler was on sale for US 700. If Hoon came to Sydney for a holiday when borders reopen, he can get a free flight if he bought the BDB here.
Oh, so I'm gonna shout out to friends in Australia. So Breville Dual Broiler is on sale for $700. So, okay, my plan is next couple of years I'm going to visit Australia for definitely sure, and UK, and definitely Korea as well, my hometown. So yes, I'm gonna make a round.
Is there any way to work cleaner when grinding the coffee from the machine? I always make a mess with the standard basket.
Okay, standard. That's someone asked me about if you're using standard basket, make a big mess. That's another reason I got this 3D dosing funnel from Amazon. So this thing is, yes, it's not cheap, $29, okay, but save a lot of time and hassle. It doesn't get messy at all. So I mean, check out the 3D dosing funnel if you can. I know some of you out there, if you have a 3D printer at home, there's a lot of resource out there. You can print it. There's a blueprint for that as well, so you can just Google it. But yeah, definitely use some kind of 3D dosing funnel or even like dosing cup. So this is a cup from Crema. So 54 millimeter. So yeah, so you have a couple options now, okay? You have a lot more options. Let's see.
Will you be what is the difference between the razor and the tamp? Which do you like better?
Razor versus tamping. Okay, so
distributor versus Breville razor.
Okay. So some people use, so this one you do that after you tamp, okay? Just make sure you have the right depth. But distribution is before you tamp. So make sure all the coffee grinds are nicely distributed. So sometimes I use both. That's why I set this depth. That's why some people, they don't temp at all. They just adjust the distribution tool to this depth. So you just distribute and pull the shot. So you have a lot of options when it comes to distributing and temping.
No, somebody said the inner burr is set to 5, outer on 1, still low pressure.
Okay, so someone say inner burr at 5 and outer at 1. So go down to 1 inside, okay? No, not 1, but maybe 2. The inside, change to 2, 5 to 2. And then for outside, change back to 4 or 5. So now you have room to adjust down.
Will you be testing shot quality for distribution tool only versus distribution tool and tamping?
Someone asked me about I did that video on that, okay? Make sure to check out my video library as well. I did a while ago. Maybe I should do that sometime this week as well. Okay, distribution versus without tamping, with tamp. Yeah, it'd be fun video.
And I use reverse osmosis water, but after your suggestion, I'm getting a remineralization filter for adding magnesium to the water.
Perfect. I mean, someone using reverse osmosis and then you add back the mineral. Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Again, the water is the key. Okay, so first is you have to have a good beans. Second of all, you have to have a good water. And then, yes, you do have to have a good machine, but without the good water and good coffee, doesn't matter what kind of machine you have, it's not that great. So yeah, definitely keep in mind. And also you need to have a good grinder as well. I think Breville grinder, built-in grinder, I think they're good enough for us, the home use.
My new Sage machine only has clean me light, not descale. How to know when to descale?
Okay, so someone only has the clean light on, okay? Clean me light. With descaling, you just make sure keep track of it, okay? Descale maybe once a month, and that's it. The process are very simple. And if you don't know how to do it, check out my videos as well, but yeah. And just go through descaling maybe once a month. It all depends on your water though. If your water is hard, do maybe once a month. If you have a soft water in your area, maybe every other month for descaling. But yeah, that's must.
You mentioned Breville told you their manual is wrong when it said to use vinegar to descale.
Okay, yeah, someone, so I did contact about descaling directly Breville a while ago. because I had an older manual say use vinegar, but now they revised it. Okay, they revised to use descaler. I don't know which one is right, but I guess I go with the recommended by descaler. But so again, it kind of is easier your comfort. I did both ways, so I know a lot of viewers out there still use the vinegar as descaler. So I mean, I haven't heard any negative yet. So it's up to you guys. Okay, it's up to you.
So Frank asked, so I don't use vinegar. Does it apply to the older machines, the ones that don't have the descale function?
Oh yeah, Frank asked me. Yes, I mean, you have to do descaler. Doesn't matter if you have the icon or not. Okay, so just do descaler, every month or every other month.
Use vinegar.
I mean, if you want to use vinegar, because I have not heard any negative side of it. Okay, but I heard from appliance repairman. They say that it's kind of like eat away the components inside the rubber piece, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not an expert at this. If you guys know the answer, please let me know in the comment as well.
Why don't you use the water filter option for Breville?
Someone asked me why don't I use the water filter option? Because I'm using the filter water from my refrigerator, so that's what I'm using, and so that's why I'm not using it. That's the only reason. I'm going to take one more questions and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow morning. Last question.
Let's see. Do I need to descale if I use the filter?
Someone asked me, do I need to descale if I have to use a filter? Yes. Your answer is yes. Okay. Definitely you want to, if you have a newer machine, it's going to remind you. Okay. It has a descale light on, which means solid. Okay. And then you just descale it then. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday morning. And the tomorrow morning, let's see. I'm going to dial in this brand new bag. So this is about 2 days old right now. So tomorrow should be 3 days old. So you'll be good to go. And I can't wait to try this one. It's from Peru. So it's going to be fantastic. Let's see. I'm going to shout out to Dane. Good luck to you on your machine there as well. I know you are going to make the right choice there. I'm still waiting for your live on Instagram live too. So you have to show us your Brewster Pro and your grinder. All right. Make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. And then see you guys tomorrow morning.